Okay, so round one, this hand's obviously a mulligan, no lands. We are on the draw. Yeah, we're not gonna go to 5 with this hand. I don't need another Snapcaster Mage. Do need some 1-mana spells, Madcap Experiment, etc. Yeah. As is, let's see. Let's just see what our opponent does. Default plan is just Hallowed Fountain. This is, yeah, that's not great for us. Okay. Alright. Probably just going to get a hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Steam Vents. Tempting to just get a Blood Crypt because we already have double blue, but not necessarily the biggest deal. I'm just going to go ahead and run out the Jace. I know there's an argument. There's an argument for just doing nothing. Sometimes that's what you want to do in blue mirrors. You want to make your opponent go first. We're not really set up to win counter wars generally, and Ancestral Vision on the stack or on suspend makes us want to get moving. Also, drawing the Kolaghan's Command, it allows us to recur the Jace if we get mana leaked, as we do. It's not terribly surprising. Do that. So options, we can either shock ourselves, play, and then plan on playing Kolaghan's Command either on our opponent's upkeep or instep. Oh, we were stopped there. Okay. It's not a worse option. We could also cast Serum Visions, try to draw into a discard spell. So this is going to go to 1, and then on our opponent's turn 4. Sorry, our opponent's turn 5, right? Yeah. Opponent's turn 5. On our, after we go through our next turn, we are going to have to be able to fight over that Ancestral Vision. I think I'm just going to go ahead and Serum Visions, try to find a discard spell so that we can. Yeah, this doesn't really do anything. We're just going to try to think. We're definitely going to bottom the Steam Vents, even though Moorland's not terrible. I'm just trying to really need to be able to win the fight over this. So I think we just bottom both of these and try and find another discard spell. Yeah. Try and find an Inquisition or a Thingamadoozle. I'm going to go ahead and shock myself. It's probably not really necessary, but allows us to hold up Logic Knot for 3. I wonder if I'm supposed to just fire off this bolt so that we can Logic Knot for more. I'm going to do that. The other, holding Lightning Bolt to do some other things potentially. That's not a good draw. Okay. This is going poorly. Question is whether I am going to fight over this Ancestral Vision, but I have very little hope it does anything. Fetch or Hallowed Fountain, sure. do need to watch my time. This could be a long matchup. Alright. Logic Knot will be able to... Yeah. This is not a good feeling. Yep. Draw 3 cards. Fortunately, we had to delve away the Jace. We put another Ancestral Vision on this deck. Ancestral Vision is really hard for us to deal with. We don't have any plays. We're behind on lands, so this is bad times. And we're drawing more uncastable spells. Opponent doesn't have to do anything, just let the Ancestral Vision tick down, tick down, tick down. I'm just going to hope and pray. Also, let's put some other card in our library, but right now Logic Knot's not looking so good. Snapcaster, Mana Leak. Okay. Yep. It is important. We are going to sideboard out the Madcap Experiment Platinum Imperium plan against these guys and just go with Bobs and Rabble Masters. It is important to let them know what we're trying to do so that they'll bring in like a Disenchant or something. Oh boy, they've got all the draws coming up. I'm just going to jam it again. Don't think we can really win this game, but I want to see if they've got a lot of mana leaks. That's the third mana leak. Mana leak is it's good to know about. Not cracking the Flood Strand before the Serum Visions. Yeah, whatever. Island. Okay, just gonna pass here and like instep, trying to kill the Snapcaster. And they're on the Boltus phase, which is not exciting. Boltus again. Okay. I think I'm gonna try and fight over the Snapcaster now. Alright. Okay, that's good to know. Unfortunately, we only have one black source, but to get to fire this off, take a peek. Potentially Mono Snapcaster, Mage, Cryptic Command. Okay, I'm going to take a Snapcaster and probably can't ever even come close to winning. Like Snap Boltus on instep. They've got yep. Don't really want to get cryptic commanded right here at this moment. So probably going to make them cryptic command us on their turn. Yep. Guess we should go ahead and do this now on their upkeep. Counter draw. Snap Bolt just kills us right now, but I'm not going to do that quite yet. Actually, do I want to? Actually, I guess I'll fire this off right now. Yeah, whatever. Opponent is again demonstrating good patience. They don't really need to do anything. They're about to draw a bunch of cards and kill us at their leisure. Still would like to see a little bit more. Wondering if they're running Nahiri. And they're just snap bolting us. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. We're dead. They are targeting my new bolt. That's good. Okay, sideboard. We do have a lot of sideboard. Ghost Quarter for Gemstone Caverns for sure. Counter Squall, Rabble Masters, Thoughtseize, Dispel. Combo comes right on out. Terminates, not good. Bolts aren't great, but they are. Spell Snare is definitely good. Collective Brutality. I don't mind the duress mode on that. Also, seems fine. The reason, actually, well, they played a Celestial Colonnade in there, didn't they? If they didn't play it, I'm pretty sure they have whatever, at least 2, probably 3 of those, which would be an argument for Terminate. But I think we're going to go ahead and cut the Dread Boar. When we've got, potentially they could be a Nahiri deck, but if we've got all the Dark Confidant, Rabble Masters, clicks, plus bolts to deal with that, I think, yeah, Isn't Charm over a Bolt is probably preferable. I think people get rid of bolts. I think Bolt is just a super phenomenal card almost all the time. So we could also cut a Logic Knot, although that seems pretty good for what we're trying to do, especially on the play. Yeah, okay, I'll cut a Bolt. And let's see what this does. Ugh. Blackleaf Cliffs. Usually Blackleaf Cliffs seems a little off in the deck, but it normally actually does quite well, but you can't keep this. And then I hit the keep button by accident, so maybe we'll just draw an island and be fine. Oh, that's not good. That's a bad one. That's a bad one. I think this matchup is probably still fine if we they mulliganed at least, so maybe we have a chance. I'm not going to fire off this bolt. Stevens. Completely saved. I think we go ahead and get a Watery Grave, actually. Don't feel any desire to get a basic, yeah, I definitely need a blue source. I think having an additional black source is probably better. Yep. So we're going to get this water grave and drop this bob. Let's see if they have an answer to it. They may have boarded out bolts in this matchup. Yes. Come on, Bob. Scalding Tarn, sure. Inquisition. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm going to Inquisition first. Yeah. Probably going to get a basic island. We don't want to take too much damage here. Now we're getting mana leaked. Seems likely. Yep. Mana leak. No, it's fine. So the question now is whether I run out Dark Confidant or Jace. Going to 16, they're going to 15. Alright, greatness at any cost. Alright, so they go to 15 here. No. Yeah, I think we just run out of another Dark Confidant. Don't think they're super well set up to fight our fight us. But this is, 4 damage. If both Dark Confidants are in play, they're taking 4 damage per turn. We're probably taking a little bit less than that. We do have a lot of lands. As I thin my deck of lands. But greatness at any cost. What is this? Oh, you kept Electrolyze in? That is brutal. That is brutal. Alright. I think this is a rabble time. And trying to think. We are going to fetch. Probably going to rabble. We are going to Serum Visions first. And we are going to fetch first. Because of that, I'm trying to debate between getting... I'm going to go ahead and shock myself and get another Steam Vents. Inquisition is good, Kolaghan's Command is good, Tar Pit's not bad. I think I'm going to go ahead and bottom the Tar Pit and keep the Kolaghan's Command. Rabble it up. So, that Electrolyzes brutal. That is a good reason to play Jace instead of that, but Lightning Helix. Okay. Alright, so nothing's ever going to stop us from attacking with this Goblin. So Goblin in there. And then I guess we Inquisition, and we have the option of Kolaghan's commanding. There is, okay, so this is an interesting little bit of sequencing. The question is whether I want a Kolaghan's command or Jace. I mean, I don't really, having the information of what they have in their hand is good. If I'm going to cast both Kolaghan's command, discard, rebuy, Dark Confidant probably, I would want to do that before I Inquisition. But I think playing Jace is pretty viable, kind of leaning towards it actually. So I do want to Inquisition first. Ancestral Vision, Mana Leak, Negate, Snapcaster Mage. Usually, pretty much just always take the Snapcaster Mage. It's pretty brutal. If they draw a land that it gives them access to Snapcaster, Negate, and so forth, and I don't want them to Snapcaster, Lightning Helix my Jace, which I think is what I'm going to resolve here. How about the revealed card zone? And get on with life. I drew a land. Okay. Yep. I'm just going to untap. They chose not to Cryptic Bounce Jace. They could be going for tapping here, seems unwise. Another Kolaghan's command? Okay. Let's go ahead and move to attacks. And let's attempt to flip Jace, which probably will happen. And then we will try and flashback Inquisition. What, you're going to bounce him now? Draw a card? Okay. Cryptic down. Do still get the loot, which is kind of weird for them to sequence it that way. Oh boy. I guess we discard the bolt. And run the Jace back out, leave up Counter Squall. I drew Flooded Strand, Suspend Ancestral Vision, 2 cards left, negate Mana Leak. Move to attacks. Yeah. I think they were just supposed to do that on their main phase, so we didn't get the loot. So I'm either discarding Bolt or Steam Vents. I think it might probably just Bolt again. Yeah. More land is not a bad thing. Alright, so I'm going to snap back, or yeah, flashback the Inquisition. Fetch. Fetch a tapped land. So Mana Leak, negate. Take the hard counter. that tapped and pass the turn. Ancestral Visions is coming off in 4 turns. Okay, that's fine. Delta down. Bolts gets rid of that, which is fine. I'm not going to counter squall. Yep. It is tempting to fire off the Kolaghan's command, but now we can just do this and not have to ever let them get any value off of that. Bad news is, I guess we're just going to fire that off on upkeep. Sure. Force them to use 2 mana to force us to use 3 mana. Okay, getting basic island. I don't want to get too low. I don't need another island. Getting another black source would be fine, but I'm not going to shock myself. Maybe it will. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Alright. Upkeep. Oops. Wrong modes. Regrow, discard. I'm just going to get the Rebel Master. Oops. Oh crap, what am I doing? No. I mean, I could have done that on my own turn, but then they just cast the Mana Leak, and I have to pay for it, and I'm tapped out. Which is kind of what happens here, but I'm forcing them to tap 2 lands on their upkeep, or they're choosing to let that happen, and just have an extra two lands available. It's not unreasonable. Let's see if I can Serum Visions first. Should be fine. Mountain. Alright, top, land, big rebel. Attacks go in. So I believe, yeah, we attack for lethal next turn. If our opponent can't do anything. So, Ancestral Vision's ticking down. Electrolyze, and fire off the counter squall. Okay. I don't think anything changes. We didn't see anything that made us want to change. This does get much harder on the draw. Definitely didn't see Celestial Colonnade. Curious. Debating whether it's worth playing Gemstone Caverns over Ghost Quarter on the draw. Also, possibly we could just cut Ghost Quarter and play another Lightning Bolt, but that doesn't seem ideal at all. Like, the thing is, I don't when you Gemstone Caverns, you go down a card. I don't really want to go down a card in this matchup, but I do kind of want to play Dark Confidant or Jace on turn 1. So the problem with Gemstone Caverns in our deck is we don't have a lot of ways to use 1 mana at instant speed. I mean, we've got a lot of, either our 1-drops are mostly reactive and or whatever. There, I'm just going to leave the Ghost Quarter in. So this is interesting. We're definitely keeping this hand, but that Ghost Quarter, it would definitely be very good. Annoyingly, we do not have black mana. Although Ghost Quarter can technically find us black mana. So, there's that. Got 2 draws of black mana, yeah. Flooded Strand. Suspending Ancestral Visions here is definitely going to be annoying. Okay. It's actually Serum Visions, which is fine. Oh my god, oh my goodness. Why would we ever mulligan? We just always have the nuts on top. So we fire off this Inquisition. Let's see, Snapcaster, Electrolyze. 3 land. Or they scry. Scry both cards to the bottom. I think we have to take the Snapcaster Mage. The Electrolyzes are going to be annoying against us, but Snapcaster Mage is just kind of a long-term problem. We are going to be able to get one up a card off of Dark Confidant before it hits. So this could be wrong, but it's never that wrong to take Snapcaster Mage in a game that's going to go long. Oh, hopefully it doesn't go that long. Flooded Strand, Ancestral Vision off the top. You can go ahead and crack that. I know you're not doing anything with it. Oh wait, that's right. Forgot, because we're on the draw. Dark Confidant does not get a free hit in. What playing Dark Confidant or Jace does is allow us to play Rabble Master and get a free guy off of that, which is not terrible. Or we could just Serum Visions and try to do something else. Get another discard spell, or Dispel to deal with the Electrolyze. So I think if we had to play, we would play Dark Confidant, so that way playing Jace next turn. So let's see, we play Island. We're going to play Island regardless. Island, Dark Confidant, they Electrolyze Dark Confidant and us for 1. Next turn we play Rebel Master, hit them for 1. They have to Electrolyze the Rebel Master again on their own turn. So it locks up their next 2 turns, gets through both their Electrolyzes, they cycle of course, and then we land Jace. Or we could Serum Visions and see what happens. Alright, I might play the Serum Visions. Get another Rabble Master and another Serum Visions and Tar Pit. Don't think we want the... So let's see, next turn I'm going to keep the Serum Visions, play the Serum Visions, and probably just pass. So I think drawing the Tar Pit's fine. Having another black source, and we'll top, and pass. It's very possible the Dark Confidant play here was more correct. Them getting such value out of their Electrolyzes is really gnarly. Also need to keep a little bit of an eye on the clock. We are down a couple minutes. Chose not to crack Flooded Strand. It seems odd. Sulfur Falls we knew about. Serum Visions, draw the tar pit, bottom that. Is it Charm? I think we'll keep. The tar pit, pass. Oh yeah, when is this coming in? Coming in quickly. Maybe I can trick them into just electrolyzing something. Just electrolyze on my face to try and find something to help fight the counter war, but it seems unlikely. Let's see. I took the Snapcaster Mage on turn 1. Or I took the Electrolyze instead of the Snapcaster. How much different is this? Potentially a lot different, actually. I don't know. Them hitting the Ancestral Vision on their next draw step was pretty bad for me. Do 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 do. So I think, so I'm drawing the Izzet Charm. I think the plan is to shock and play Jace. And then if they try and electrolyze on Instep, we'll Izzet Charm back. Force them to Izzet Charm or electrolyze again. I'm getting clicked. We are stopped in our draw step. We're making up some time. Okay. Spell Pierce that. Just to kind of get up on mana, force them to use the other Electrolyze and clear the way for these things. Could just get dispelled back, also be fine. Electrolyze down. Alright. Well, Ancestral Vision's going to resolve. That sucks. I think we just jam these our creatures in as best we can. Play Dark Confidant because it's actually the most dangerous. Plays around Mana Leak. If we get Mana Leaked here, yeah, we need to get up on cards. Probably getting Dark Confidant. Dark Confidant's probably getting Lightning Helix would be my guess. Bolted on an Instep. But we shall see. We shall see. We are drawn roughly even in time now. And we can F6 because whatever. Hope our opponent doesn't cast Anger of the Gods or something. That would stink. Mismatched islands. I mean, both of these islands are fine choices, but I don't. The mismatch. Not my tempo. Potentially, we might want to, if our opponent taps out, or taps this Ghost Quarter, to Ghost Quarter their Ghost Quarter to free up our tar pit, depending on what happens here. That's a Torrential Gearholt getting Electrolyze. Okay. That kind of stinks. I really don't think Torrential Gear Hulk is good. But so what do we do here? If we play another Rabble Master, this one would have to attack, and then it would attack for... It would be 4 power and just get eaten by the Torrential Gear Hulk. If we could play Rebel Master post-combat, that doesn't really do anything. This stinks. Our opponent has 6 cards to our 3. I think we have to get in with the Tar Pit. Torrential Gear Hulk is another reason, I guess, we could keep a Terminate. Did not know they had it. It's probably one of whatever. Yep, this is awkward. Alright. I think I just have to try and punch a hole. Ah, it's just so bad. Yeah, I don't think that's... Yeah, alright. Change plans. Just gonna hit once with the Tar Pit. Those electrolyzers are so brutal. There's their Colonnade, which we might have to Ghost Quarter. We could Ghost Quarter or Ghost Quarter preemptively. Opponent is doing that because they assume they're going to be able to just kill our Rabble Master. We do have a Dispel. It's probably not going to be good enough, but we'll give it a shot. Double Rabble Master. Or Rabble. And I don't really have that ability. Okay. Trying to think. I kind of want to play the Steam Vents on tap so I can dispel through a Mana Leak, but probably getting like Cryptic here. But triggers on the stack. Get my auto yields ready. They are pre-declared as attackers. Just like Snapcaster Electrolyze. Yep. Well, unless they have a Dispel, we can at least counter the Electrolyze. Let's get rid of the Rabble. Do I want to play out the Steam Vents? Maybe not, actually. Yeah, I think not. So we could potentially need to discard it to a Jace or a Collective Brutality. Yeah. Spell back. Okay, that's bad. Yep. There's Seer Visions. It's very possible I played this game incorrectly. I'm supposed to take... Yeah. Mistakes were made. Delete that. Order that, sure. Mountain for 1. These are the 5 members of a dying time. Plan is to jump the Torrential Gearhulk with a Goblin token, but just gaining 4 life. Yeah. I wonder how this would have played out if we had this had been the Gemstone Caverns, and we just played Bob on turn 1 for ahead of whatever. Reading clicked, sure. Check out this sweet hand, bro. Or sis, as the case may be. Yep. Take a good long look. Okay, you got this. Alright, so this is round 1. Ancestral Visions is a very hard card to deal with in these kinds of matchups. That would have been nice to draw some Snapcasters or some whatever. Yeah, Electrolyze is brutal when it's good. Oh man, whatever. Alright, I'll see round 2.